Welcome to solverfy.
Okay, so in first part of this problem, we have to find out the mass in grams of 1.223 mole of iron 3 sulfate. So to do that, first we have to know what is the mass of 1 mole of iron 3 sulfate, and from there we can easily calculate the mass in grams of 1.223 mole of iron 3 sulfate. So iron 3 sulfate has a formula of Fe2SO43, and its molar mass is 399.88 gram per mole. That means its 1 mole contains 399.88 gram. Therefore 1.223 mole will contain simply this mass times this mole. That's 1.223 mole times 399.88 gram per mole, and this will give us a value of 489.05 gram. So this is the mass in grams of 1.223 mole of iron 3 sulfate. Now in the second problem, we have to find out how many moles of ammonium ions are in 6.955 gram of ammonium carbonate. Now so first we have to know what is the molar mass of ammonium carbonate. That means 1 mole of ammonium carbonate is 96.09 gram per mole, as it is the molar mass of ammonium carbonate. Now we have to find out what is the number of moles for 6.955 gram of ammonium carbonate. So 96.09 gram per mole is contained in 1 mole. That means 6.955 gram is contained in 6.955 over 96.09 mole, which is ultimately 0.072 mole. So this is the number of mole for this mass of ammonium carbonate, and since 1 mole of ammonium carbonate contains 2 mole of NH4 ion, because we have in 1 molecule of ammonium carbonate we have 2 ion of ammonium. That means 1 mole of ammonium carbonate will contain 2 mole of ammonium ion. That means this much mole of ammonium carbonate will contain this much moles times 2, which will give us 0.144 mole of ammonium ion. So this is the number of mole of ammonium ion in this gram of ammonium carbonate. Now in the next problem we have to find out the mass in grams of 1.5 times 10 to the power 21 molecules of aspirin. So we know that. So how we can solve this problem? First we have to do is we have to find out what is the number of moles for this many molecules of aspirin, and from there, as we know that um, there is a relation between the moles and mass. So if we can find out the number of moles for this many molecules of aspirin, we can find out what is the mass of aspirin for this many molecules. So we'll start it with the number of molecules in 1 mole of aspirin, and as we know that in 1 mole of any molecule we have 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 molecules in 1 mole. Therefore this many molecules, 1.50 times 10 to the power 21 molecules, will be in 1 times these molecules, but we can directly convert this into a molar mass, since 1 mole of aspirin contains 180.158 gram, which is the molar mass of aspirin. That means 1.5 times 10 to the power 21 molecules will have a mass of 1.50 times 10 to the power 21 times 180.158 gram, which will give us a value of 0.45 gram. So this is the mass of 1.5 times 10 to the power 21 molecules of aspirin. Then in this problem we have to find out the molar mass of diazepam, which also named as Valium, if this much mole has a mass of 15.86 gram. So that's a very easy and simple thing, because 0.0557 mole contains 15.86 gram. That means 1 mole will contain 15.86 gram over 0.05570 mole, which is 284.74 gram per mole. So this is the molar mass. Since it's the mass of 1 mole of aspirin, that 1 mole of this compound, that means this is the molar mass of this compound.